Welcome to the mighty O. So for all of us.
We started 1983. I was the youngest out of the original 10.
Chase my dreams, become a bike lifer. Hey.
Yeah.
Put us on the map for something good for once.
Yeah, what's the luck around here, my bros?
Dangerous.
Opotiki in the Eastern Bay of Plenty is a place known by locals for its natural beauty. Beyond the town centre lies miles of untouched coastline and swaths of native bush. But some out-of-towners view Opotiki differently, as a gang town with gang problems.
Gang rivalries have been simmering with shots fired and houses torched.
2 gang homicides and a series of arsons in Opotiki last week.
Mongrel mob and Black Power offshoot Mangukaha have shaped the town's reputation. For some it's a family legacy, for others a reason to fear.
Police have been dealing with simmering tension in recent days between mongrel mob and Black Power members.
In 2019, Opotiki had the highest homicide rate in New Zealand. Locals call it reality, others call it a crisis.
A lot of these people have got nothing to latch onto except being part of a gang.
Through grief and gang tension, Opotiki still holds on. Iwi leaders, youth workers and even gang leaders are reclaiming the narrative.
It's our babies, it's our next reanga that have to suffer from all of this.
Yo, it's your boy Dave here and this is the TFS podcast, the Fresh Start Hood Diaries. Hope all is well out there, fams. God bless you all. Today we're in Opotiki, so we're back in the Bay of Plenty today. So we're about 40 minutes outside of Whakatane. Of late, in the last couple of years, this town has actually developed the reputation of being the homicide capital of New Zealand. So there's obviously a lot more to this town, a lot of beautiful things, a lot of beautiful people. So I'm actually going to be meeting up with the bro Nate and the captain Barney. So they're both members of the mongrel mob here. Barney has been a member of the mongrel mob since they started here in Opotiki, so heaps of history around town here.
Kawerau, Opotiki and Whakatane, 3 towns in the Eastern Bay of Plenty, known for its natural beauty but haunted by a long history of gang warfare. The Eastern Bay of Plenty has been a breeding ground for New Zealand's most notorious gangs, Mongrel Mob, Black Power and Mangukaha.
Rival gang members had a bit of a bust up over them being in their territory.
As the 2 groups faced off against each other, a gun was produced.
In 2023, mob boss Stephen Taiatini died in Opotiki. Schools shut down and police swarmed the streets.
Thousands of mongrel mob members and associates. Police were on hand in big numbers.
Through decades of trauma, the Eastern Bay remains unbroken. Community leaders and rangatahi ride to reclaim their future, one step at a time.
Hey, cheer the brothers. Good to see you, my bro. My man, just stay here. Hey, cheer my brother. Good to see you, bro. Dave. Much love, my bro. What's going on, my bro?
Oh, nah. Cool. Just come take you through the hood, brother.
Yeah.
Opo.
Mad,
Welcome
brother.
to Opo. Nate Dog Opotiki. But my name is Neihana Williams. Yeah, but I go by Nate Dog Opotiki whānau. Check. MacGyver Dog Opotiki. Born and bred.
Me,
Cheer
bro.
whānau.
Yeah, time to jump in, boys. What is that to you, boys? Oh, man, are you all from here or?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the luck around here, my bros?
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Yeah, look at this. I got chased from someone that tried to stab me.
Hey,
And then I fell over. Yeah. And then I got like a fat ass scar down my leg and he tried to cut me. And I asked him why he tried to stab me and he said he was hungry for people.
What? What the heck? Are you serious, bro?
Yeah. Straight up.
Oh, right,
It was on
bro.
4th Street.
Oh, man. Oh, we're gonna head off, boys. Hey, bro, stay safe, brother.
Yeah.
Respect, bro.
Hey.
So basically you grew up around the mob, was it, brother?
Yeah, my family from the King Country, bro. So not actually from here. I was influenced by my family from Otorohanga, the mob over that way. That's why I wanted to join the mob, was because all my family, they were in the mob. And you could count the numbers in our town. Like in my school, there was only 2 of us that represented the red. And everyone else wanted to be east side in our school.
Yeah.
And then when we got to college, there was the whirlwinds, the VL, West Side, because I was always mob affiliated, but I started representing the Bloods when the Bloods started in 2003.
Oh, true.
And there was only 13 of us, and I got older and wanted to join the mob for Opotiki. My father was for Opotiki, you know, everyone I knew when I started getting older, they all were for Opotiki. You know, all the brothers I looked up to, you know, the Warren boys, Brother Sonny. It was good, you know, there's the good and the bad, you know. I still love my hometown, no matter what happened to me in the past, you know. I grew out of it and, you know, gained the respect I was looking for.
Because I got myself here. To be honest, I wouldn't wanna be elsewhere. We right here, making it happen without fear. Yeah, I don't care about the narrative. All I do is visualize it and imagine it. I already see it, one day we'll be cracking it. Every single rhyme flow be.
Oh, so there's the skate park here, eh?
They built the skate park here in about 2002, but before that all we had was a half pipe, brother. So there's a couple of skateboarders that come out of Opo, brother.
Oh, really?
Kiwi Biddle and Alec Paul.
So yeah, just cruising through the middle of Opotiki with the brother Nate Tizzle. And the young fella at the back here. Nation.
So this is where I lived for about 7 years growing up, brother.
Oh, did you live here, eh?
Little house, yeah. My mum and my siblings. Well, anyway, 13 years old, I started drinking and all that stuff. Used to have parties out the back and that.
Oh, just over here, eh?
Yeah, brother.
So has town changed a lot?
Oh yeah, bro. You know, this was just a rose garden here.
Oh, too.
Yeah. Now it's a water park thing for the kids. That's where like Hori Shaw and that, they all come out of Ashbrook. A lot of us come out of Ashbrook, but also a lot of us come out of, you know, all the schools. There's about six schools in town here.
So Hori Shaw is an artist, eh?
Yeah, he sings. He's a singer. So he's sort of making moves, eh? Getting famous.
So this is the middle of town here, whānau?
Yeah, it's the middle of town. Old pub there used to be the pub. There used to be about 6 pubs in town here. Warren boys, that's their homestead there.
What street's this?
High Street, brother. The Warrens, they come from that whare, that's their homestead. Some of the heartiest fellas I knew from here. Growing up, all 4 of them too.
Little boys, eh?
Some of us, but yeah.
What's up, bro? Cheer up, bro. Good to see you, brothers. Cheer up. Much love, cuz.
How's the day going anyway, brothers?
Yeah, nah, all good, brother.
So he's all from out this way, brother, Opotiki?
Yeah. Yeah, born and bred.
Riding for like a while, way back.
Yeah, how long you been riding for?
My whole life, eh? I just wanted to chase my dreams, become a bike lifer, eh?
Yeah, all day.
Just keep me out of trouble, eh? But at the same time, keeping me in trouble.
Are you from Opotiki or?
Yeah.
What was it like for you, brother, growing up here?
Yeah, it was mean. It was ultra, straight up. Like growing up in these streets, street fights, gangster. Jump on a bike, going through problems at home, jump on a bike, you're all good.
How long you known most of the bros here for?
Oh, no, I've known all these fellas, you know. We've probably fought each other back when we were kids and that, but since the get-go, brother. You know, some of them are my little nephews. You know, they watched us grow and I watched them grow.
So this is High Street, is it, brother?
Yeah, brother. Yeah, the Warren boys, they lived up that side. Welcome to the mighty O. It's home for all of us. Now, I don't even live here anymore, but I made my way to come home for this. You know, because this town played a big part for my life. You know, I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't grow up here, brother. You know.
Mossy, did you grow up here on High Street, brother?
Yeah, this is our hood, High Street. Mainly from the pub, from Opo, from the Opotiki Hotel, all the way back. This is all our whānau land, so this is mainly all our whānau land from here. So.
Oh, is this your whānau land
yes,
here, bro?
Yes, all our whānau, whenua, all this.
Oh, so what do you mean by that, bro? Like you guys own the...
Yeah, once upon a time we did, before the government took it off us. So we used to own all this land all the way to King Street, all the way back here. This is called Pakowhai.
Oh, wow.
So before it was named Opotiki, predominantly this area was Pakowhai. So I mean, what was it like for you growing up here, my bro? Oh, it was just all whānau orientated. Everything's all whānau orientated around here. We didn't really have like split hoods in there, like you get all the different hoods. We just free roamed the whole town, so the whole town was the hood more or less. Was still the same whānau live here from generations. So most of these houses down here, these houses over here, all generational houses that have been here since the beginning. I grew up down the other end, down this end.
Oh, true.
Yeah, but when we were kids, we could practically, all these doors were open. So you could just rock into any of these houses, get a kai and all that. This house over here has been here for generations. This one here is quite famous. That house across the road there, that's our sister Hubs and her old lady's house. Then our other whānau next to them are the Gauges. They're whānau name from around here.
Oh,
then the other house on the end is our other whānau house down there, is the green. It's the road. Yep. We've got the mokomoko whānau over here. We might know about the mokomoko situation. That's how all the land gets confiscated and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, and our other whānau down the end there, the Tamatis, the Allisons.
So this is also another thing that Opotiki is very well known for.
Yeah. Hoi horse sports, or just horses.
We're just here at Auntie Peggy Horse Sports here in Opotiki now, so I'm picked a good day to come to town.
Hello! Yeah.
One of the other ones.
To the boys.
Yeah, so we're just here at Opotiki Horse Sports here today. So yeah, we'll just have a little walk around, have a little look-see. Like I swear, when you're driving around, like you always see horses around, like people riding them and all of that.
Hori Shaw's over there, brother.
Hey, Hori Shaw's here, the legend. Man, what an absolute blessing. I've got to meet the man, the myth, the legend today.
Chima, bro. Chima, brother.
Yeah, how has it been going, bro?
It's been good as, brother. Yeah. Achieved a lot of things, you know, coming from a small town.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Small town full of gangs and, you know, all that sort of carry on.
Yeah,
Just thought I'd change it up a bit.
No, that's what
put us on the map for something good for once.
Bro, how did the music thing start for you, brother?
Oh, just, you know, when we were younger, in high school, just parties, and yeah, just singing along to all the songs.
Yeah.
And then, I had a big accident. Oh, it might have been a few years ago now. Fell off my horse.
Oh, true, bro.
Yeah, and I ended up paralysed for a little while.
Oh.
Yeah, and so when I got out of from rehab up in Auckland, I couldn't go back to work or anything. So yeah, I just thought, I'll just make some songs, see what happens, and then yeah, just took off, and ever since then, yeah, I just haven't stopped. Yeah.
Wow, massive, bro.
It's been a mean journey.
Oh, well, bro, like, what for yourself, brother? What was it like growing up here in Opo?
No, it was actually mean. Like when we were little, we were never allowed to roam the streets at night time. Oh, so yeah, quite lucky for that. We were always out hunting. Yeah.
Well, that's big here, eh? Mahi Kai's massive here, eh?
Yeah, bro, yeah. Oh, it's a good little town. People just make it look bad. Yeah. But no, other than that, it's just all whānau. All whānau around here, brother. Horses, yeah, all the horses.
So did you grow up riding horses, brother?
Yeah, brother, yeah, no, born on a horse. Yeah.
It's massive here, eh, bro? Like horse riding and that?
No, the horse, the horse life here is mean. Like it's getting bigger every year too, like with all the new generation coming through, eh? They just want to jump on the horses and ride, so may as well chuck them on. Hey, let them ride, go hard. If you fall off, get back on.
Oh, is the Ferrari here?
Is it a Ferrari, is it?
Alright, I'll jump on.
Put your foot in there. Now you gotta sit in it. Yeah.
Just pull one.
Just
pull one ring to turn it.
For one?
Yeah, just a little bit. And then pull them back to stop. Pull both of them to stop it. That's start one.
Well, I'll see you on YouTube.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, good to see you, my bro.
Yeah, man.
It's an old horse, is it?
Yeah.
Well, is this a stallion, is it?
Yeah, stallion.
Oh, I'm riding a stallion here.
Cheer about that.
You like the girls, man. You like the girls.
What's your name, bro?
My name's Hidden.
Hidden.
Yeah, my man Hidden.
Oh, is that your horse here?
Yes, mine.
What's your horse's name?
Moko boy.
Moko boy.
Yeah. This is your first time riding?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, this is.
Just met him.
Have you heard his music before?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he's the man.
He's the man, eh? My Instagram is Hidden HIRINI__NZLO.
Yeah, follow him on Instagram.
Alright, later, my bro.
Later.
Yeah.
Haha, he's the man.
Kia ora. I'm Blair. Kia ora.
Awesome. So this is the horse sports day today, is it?
Nanny Peggy's Day.
Nanny Peggy's Day. So how long has this been running for?
Since 1999 it started. Nanny Peggy actually started her own day with the support of her shore whānau, and then when she passed away, the community kind of just turned it into a memorial day for Nanny Pegs.
In here in Opotiki, obviously when you see a lot of like TikToks and social media stuff, like horse riding is huge out here, is it?
Yep, it is. It absolutely is. Our kids do it because they're bored.
We're building up.
Yeah, building up the kids so they can be amazing adults on their horse. Yeah, but it's been a really, really cool day. So today
awesome
we're
day.
just really pushing for whakawhanaungatanga, and it's been nothing but that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been a really, really cool day. Brings everybody together, and you know, not everyone plays rugby and netball and stuff.
Yeah,
this is what they're good at. So yeah, it's real good for our community and our kids, even the adults. Mental well-being and all of that. Their horses help them. Yeah. Uncle Nev, he's got the beanie on, so he helps us run this day as well.
Cool.
Main man. One of our staple pieces to our team.
One of the pillars.
We've got a really, really big team, a big committee, and
Awesome committee.
Yeah,
All
we
those
just
over there, Ox,
Yeah.
Raina,
Wow.
we wouldn't have been able to have this day without all our support. So.
Yeah, well, growing up you never really came here, huh, bro?
Stayed away.
Yeah, mean day, eh, boys?
Yeah, hi.
How's the horses?
Good. Me.
Is your guys' horses there?
Mama got to cut open league.
Ah, mean boys, mean. Are you both from Opotiki, is it?
Yeah.
Oh man, good to see you, brothers.
Falling. My mind is metamorphing, so approach with caution. World's full of disease and full of disorder. They poison our thoughts just like they poison the water. Frequencies causing me dis-ease in the airwaves. We praying for better days. We flying like aeroplanes. That's why, to say the least.
Oh yeah, one of my mates, one of our bros, he is a friend to a lot of people. He got stabbed from some fellas that were from out of town back in 2014, I think. Stabbed with a horse rasp, brother. One of those things that thing, and he walked out the driveway and come around here, and he collapsed outside one of our older brothers' houses just down the road here.
Oh well.
And yeah, it's out of towners, brother, not even in our, there's people coming in from out of town doing all the damage that got our name called Homicide capital, eh?
Ready to make it, drop fight, you run the system, let my people go. In the city full of light, she got an evil glow.
So what made you sort of leave town, bro?
Brother, we got kicked out of our house, brother. We had nowhere to go. So we couldn't get a private house anywhere else because of, antics and because of the drugs too, brother. No, but it didn't stop when I got to Auckland. I ended up still on the drugs, and that I've been clean off the methamphetamine for a couple of years now.
Oh, good on you, bro.
3 years. I haven't smoked weed for about 5 years. So, it was just because we couldn't get a house anywhere, brother.
When did you start first seeing like the patch and being drawn to that? What'd you say?
From the get-go, brother. I was allowed to wear my Koroa Richards patch when I was a baby, brother, and none of my cousins were allowed. Has to get growled up and stuff. But I was like one of the only ones that could. You know, so it was from the get-go, brother.
So how long have you been a member for, brother?
Yeah, so about, this will be my 11th year, but I've been patched up.
So your dad was a member as well, was it?
Yeah, he was a member for about 15 years.
Oh, what, so your granddad was a patch member as well?
Yeah, he still is now.
Oh, so you're a third generation member?
Yeah, brother, but not from Opotiki. So yeah, my koro Greg, he's the one of the, he's the priest with the patch, and then his twin brother was koro Rich, well, he was with King Country.
Oh, I mean, so, you know, it really runs in your blood if,
brother, definitely.
If your grandfather,
you know, from the get-go, brother.
Yeah. Well, at the moment you're working on some stuff to do with the youth, eh? In
yeah,
Auckland.
brother. But yeah, that's my plan, brother, up there, is to start a, you know, kai mahi thing for the youth up in Otara.
Oh, man, brother.
Get those young fellas off the streets for, you know, as long as I can, even if it's just a little time. Well, you know, that's something, and, you know, teach them how to provide for their elders.
Battle in the darkness, feel me going heartless. Hanging on to God, and the battle is the hardest. Like I'm in the courtroom, facing more charges. And if I was pardoned, I'm coming back regardless.
Yeah, so, a couple of years ago, we lost our boy Tiamo. Yeah, he took his own life, and yeah, it's been pretty hard for my kids, and, you know, missing their big brother and all that, their mum too, you know. He was a good boy, brother, you know. He grew up around here, you know. But when we moved to Otara, he didn't want to live with us. He come down here with his grandparents, and yeah, just thought I'll shout out to him.
Sorry to hear, my bro. Oh, yeah, big rest in peace to Timo.
Listen, dearly, because
was that one of those sort of things that sort of changed your path as well, I guess, was it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, made us wake up, brother. Made us wake up and realise reality needs to be attended to. Stop living in a facade.
Alright, so the brother Nate's just been showing me around Opotiki, and we've actually just pulled up to his captain's house here. So this is the matua here, Barney.
Hi, brother. Welcome to Opotiki, brother.
Kia ora, my brother.
And good to meet you, bro.
Yeah, it's good
Seen
to meet you.
A lot of your vlogs, brother.
Yeah, brother.
But I haven't met you in person, so.
Yeah, blessing for me to be here as well, man. Nate over there. Brother, were you born here in Opotiki, was it, or?
I was born in Hastings. Then I was whāngai out, I think about when I was 3 months old. Given to my grandmother, and my grandmother given me to her eldest daughter, and I was raised by her.
So I mean, what brought you out to Opotiki? Initially, was it for the work, was it? Yeah,
my father, he worked in the bush felling native trees, and moved from Tihoi in the King Country to Opotiki. We moved straight up to Wairata. I remember before we moved to Opotiki, we were eating out of pot lids. Those were our plates. So no, I don't think we were well off.
So I mean, what were your earliest memories of, say, you know, seeing like patches and like that sort of stuff?
Yeah, earliest memories would have been my brothers.
Oh, okay.
My two brothers.
Oh, okay.
One of them, I think both of them were in the Wairat mob, originals, Spencer and Hana. I think my brother Spencer, he moved from the Wairat mob to the Black Power in Rotorua. I think it was President one park there. Yeah, and he's come over with his patch and that. The first time I seen that sort of stuff. I don't know really where I got my influence from for the mongrel mob. I think it was through my cousin Joseph Shinunu. We started 1983. Well, sort of unofficial, but we had patches. Yeah. But it was sort of unofficial because we didn't make it to the convention that year. Following year, 84, we made it to the convention.
What sort of led to that, brother, the formation of the mob here in Opo?
Well, my version is why we started off the mongrel mob was that when we would go to the pub after work, we would sit on our tables and just enjoy ourselves. And the Black Power would come over, I think from Whakatane. They would come in and push us off our tables. And that sort of made us angry because we were the locals. But we were sort of outnumbered by them. They look a bit bigger and rougher and tougher. We needed a solution. to stop this. And any solution that was brought up was, let's start up the mongrel, because we knew there was a conflict for the black power. So that was the only solution put on the table, and that's the solution we took. 1984, our president then was Mike Edwards. Yeah, there was 10 founders, and strangely enough, my brother Spencer, who was, you know, in the YWAP and the Black Power, he joined us, and he probably had the most experience of being a gang member. So he became the vice president. I was just young, I was like 16, I think.
Oh, so you were 16 at that time?
I was the youngest out of the original 10. I suppose when you're young, you want to create you a reputation, and normally it's a bad reputation. Yeah, not everything is bad. There are some good stuff that go in there, but that doesn't get put forward. Only the bad stuff gets put forward. Bad time when we started in the 80s, you know, that was our real rough time, because you know, we had brothers that had gone through state care too. So some of that state care behaviour was filtered through our chapter. Now, even if you didn't go to state care, we had cousins, we had uncles, and we had brothers that went. So when they came out, that got filtered down to us. We used to work in the forestry, pruning, planting. Back then, we used to get burnt by the contractor. You know, money was peanuts anyway. You were like a monkey working for peanuts, and it was hard work. You know, you go down Hopoto, you're like, there's goat country. Got to be a goat to climb up there. But, you know, that's where we used to plant. Contractors would rip us off because we were young. You know, we really didn't know figures. You know, uneducated and that. Yeah. Leaving school too early. So a lot of forestry contractors went to kiwi fruit. Yep. Because they had land. So then they put kiwi fruit blocks in, on their land. And that's where I moved from forestry to the kiwi fruit.
Oh, true.
Much easier work. No, I'm still here. I'm working in the kiwi fruit. Been working in the kiwi fruit for like 30 years now.
Can you remember like when the facial tattoos came in, brother? Like for here in Opotiki? Like, do you remember who was like the first one, or like?
First one to get tattooed up was our brother Trout. These fellas were in jail. They're gone to jail. I think it was brought in to be rebellion against the Māori, because you know, when Mongrel started.
Well, because did it start in Hastings, bro? Is that where you're originally from? Or?
That's the story I've always been told, eh? But I've met a original, and I've asked him who was the first chapter to start, and he said Petone. Te Teko were our closest neighbours, and they were bad buggers. So, you know, so we had to be like that too. Be like bad buggers too.
Well, did they have the mob first, or was it here?
They had started before us. They were in 1980, I think they started. And they used to come over and after us, bro. When they heard that we had trouble over here, if there was a fight going to go down, they would come over. Our president and Te Teko's president at the time, Foxy, they were both brother-in-laws. That's our first patch, brother. And that's me. That's me and my son. A few of our originals in there. There was also a league team started.
Oh, that's the league team, eh?
Yeah, this is the league team. Taken at Kia Tour at a Warriors tournament. This was Kia Tour was its name, and Jim Whare was the founder of that league team. Yeah, and so when I come out of jail, our president was running the league team.
Yeah, so that's the original pitch here.
That was one of our pads, 24/7 bar, and that only ran for like maybe 8 months, and then got shut down. It was a good pad because you know, it had some rules in there. One of the rules were no fighting.
Did you ever get kicked out?
I didn't have a fight. A lot of our town ended up here, which our local pubs didn't like. They even asked us if we will close down on a Thursday so that they could get the publicans coming in.
Yeah.
Because they would always come down to our pad because we had like a tick-up book. Hey, but you could tick up as much as you like, long as you paid it the next week.
How is like the mongrel mob seen by like the rest of the town?
Yeah, I suppose it's been a mixture, eh? You know, especially because not all of us are well behaved. Yeah, I remember when we were young, we were like antisocial. You know, police back then we were assholes. They would provoke you.
Oh, so bro, like back in the days before the mob actually started here, were there any other gangs? Well, there were no other gangs here in town, was it?
There was a group here. I don't know if you can call them a gang. They were the Will Ones. We used to fight them too. Well, today I think they perceive themselves as a family, whānau. I say that because their women wear it, their children wear it.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You know, some of them, we're the opposition. We're connected to the Black Power. Even today, eh?
Yeah.
You know, I think some of those whirlwinds, I think some of them are turning to Black Powers, BB or MK.
The hapu thing, hey?
Yeah, well,
they're like just come from Waiwika, most of them, you know. And from what I grew up knowing, yeah, it was, we looked at it like it was a bloody gang.
Probably a lot of our negativity back then came from alcohol when we used to get drunk. And when they had that rebellion against the Māori, when the Māori say, oh, you can't come back on my marae with that on, you know, something on your face. So our members say, oh, well, f the Māoris. Now I remember one part in my life when I was young, I wasn't allowed to say kia ora.
Well.
Otherwise, my elder member would go, oh, you're a Māori now, you're not a mongrel.
Oh, well.
So that was, you know, it was quite hard for me because when I was young, I was in this kabahaka in Opotiki. I work in Nui Akiwa. And we won a couple of competitions up in Narawai. Māoridom was quite strong with me back when I was young. And then when I transferred into this mongrel mob journey, my older members are saying, when they heard me say kia ora, they go, oh, you're Māori now, you're not a mongrel. And there was...
Wow. Man,
I thought I was pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
bro.
that's crazy.
But I couldn't
man.
say anything because I was just a young fella.
Wow. Yeah, it's incredible, especially obviously when you look at it now, obviously, because now today's we really embrace the culture.
That's the first Bay of Plenty Rugby League, mongrel mob rugby league team. There's me brother. These aren't just our brothers who have passed away. Brother Tarauna, Big T, original Napier, Adrian Welsh. The brother tapped out. So I think if this brother had to talk to somebody, I don't know. I don't know, he might have been still here. Goldie, Edward, another one who tapped out. Brother Tano, he passed away from cancer. Photo of our 13th anniversary.
So I mean, from back in these days, how many presidents have there been?
So we've had 3 presidents. I'm the 3rd. The first president ran us for 21 years. Second president, who was John Matthews, by the name of Chuck. He took over due to our first president retiring. Gave it all up, started a new life with his new missus. And so that's how Chuck became our next president. I was the sergeant, so I had moved up to vice when Chuck became president.
So I mean, bro, like for you, when you became president, and like you said, you started becoming involved in the community, like what did that look like for you at the time?
I suppose we have to go back to, we had a fun day. First fun day for our tamariki, our whiru whānau tamariki.
Oh, nice.
Our chapter always used to have events for the adults, nothing for the children. So this was a special time when we organised this event for the children and to show our children we can come together without beer and put on an event. We had Etu Whānau come down and deliver a kaupapa to us.
Oh yeah.
Etu Whānau was Harry Tam, Esther Whairi and Tria. Had a little meeting with us and delivered their kaupapa to us. I think at the time groups like us were called H2R, hard to reach. And that's why Harry Tam and them started coming around knocking on the doors. We would struggle, but we would still say we're all right. And Harry and them, when they came through, they were breaking those doors down, bro. Sort of opened me up to asking. He's brought a lot of positives to our chapter.
Like when you wanted to make those positive changes, like was there anything that sort of triggered that, bro?
Probably what triggered it was me having mokos. And the mokos, them looking at me and the rest of our gang whānau and it looked like they liked it. You know, I know they like the whānau, but they look like they like to read and all that. And so that triggered me to think that, you know, what's good for them if they are to join this life. They do all this and say all that, but you know they've got to have their child life, eh, bro? Not grow up fast and be a gangster. They've got to go through their childhood life, which is healthier. Me and my wife came back to Opotiki and decided we will start a playgroup involving our whero whānau tamariki only, because we wanted to teach them that what they see in our mongrel life is not all what you see. Different perception in our children's minds, other than what they saw, which was in their parties and fights and bling bling, flash this, and we wanted to clue them up about the negatives.
So is there a rehab in town as well, is it?
Yeah, there was a rehab here, bro. Was due to us having a noho back in 2016. Wellness noho too. And due to our members getting involved in meth, and I could see it, see our chapter getting sick. 100 people come through. We had everyone attend from my chapter. Other chapters came through. It was quite a dangerous one too. The boys were getting really amped up on it. Even my son.
Half the town. And it's a community thing too, eh? There's a handful of them. You could count the ones that were on it back then. Midway through the 2000s, you know, when, you know, all of us started hitting the stuff, and then there was another generation, but then it started becoming wider and wider, and then half the town, you know, well, not half, but a lot of the town, you know, everyone was on it.
Oh, so you've actually never tried meth?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah.
Wow.
No, I've never tried it, bro.
Oh, so obviously then, yeah, seeing the effects, you would have really seen
So
the
yeah,
effects.
that's all I see, bro. It's just the effects. You know, my son, my daughter, I could see it there, and their behaviours. I approached Whakatoia, Louisa. Can we go for that grant? Obviously, she had many meetings. They managed to get the grant. This is like a second time around. 2023, a meth rehab got opened up here in Opotiki. So that took like 7-8 years.
But it's here now.
But it's here. So we had a fun day organised. This is our second fun day. Organised a fun day for the community this time. Wasn't for the whero whānau tamariki. It was for the whole community. And we had 3 chapters put this on, which was Top Rocker, Barbarian, and Opotiki chapter. Gave 500 free hangis out. I think there was like 1,000 people there. They come throughout that day. This is my son, Te Whanarere, who was killed on the roads due to a head-on collision. And through the coroner's report, he was killed by suicide. That's the coroner's report. That's why I say my son was killed, not accident. And he was 11 years old. And I didn't know how to honour him, bro. But I found a way, and that was for a fishing competition. How I thought about how that come about was my wife created a fishing competition in memory of my son. It generated $5,300.
Wow.
And all the proceeds were donated to the Early Childhood Centre. Te Punu o Tarawa. I just want to mention my wife, Emma Paul Hunuhunu, because all our OGs, my whole chapter knows that she's right behind this chapter.
Dark nights in the cold, outside praying, battling the darkness, feel me going heartless, hanging on to God and the battle is the hardest, like I'm in the courtroom facing more charges, and if I was pardoned I'm coming back regardless.
Oh well, so here we are back again with the bro Barney and Nate, and this is actually the kaupapa that he was talking about, how they got the ball rolling because they wanted a rehab here in Opotiki. Not somewhere where they would have to go outside of town. So is this some of the fruits of that, brother?
Yeah, this is what we wanted at the start, bro.
Yep.
And all those iwis that are involved in getting their grant for this place, you know. Yeah, got a rehab.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. So are they still going through a bit of the processes at the moment?
Yeah, it used to be an old moose lodge before.
Yeah, there's going to be a place of a lot of healing.
Yeah.
Once it gets up and running.
It's beautiful too, bro. You know, it's got a pool in there. So I've been through there and man, it looks like a place where you don't want to leave. They've got it set up for women too, for mamas.
So that's what you're big on, is it, brother? Just helping your own people and you know, giving back to the community.
Yeah, well, you know, I just saw it in my chapter, bro. The fix, and then after seeing them, and then you sort of look a bit wider to the community, and then you saw it there too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's for everyone, eh?
So what do you sort of see for the future, brother, or with the chapter and here in Opotiki? And
times changing, eh, bro, and you got to change with the times. You know, jobs, qualified jobs, and all that for our tamariki, just so they can support their families.
That's what it's about.
Their children. And then pass that on, eh? It's not a good path for to pass on all that old stuff, eh? That our kuros and that passed on. Hey, that's the good stuff. That's some of the stuff we sort of put on the back burner and put the old mob in front, eh? And now it's sort of changed, eh? You know, even our young members sort of opened our eyes up to change, eh, bro? Family first, eh, bro? Because they were like second before.
So back in the days, family was second, was it?
Yeah, of course. You know, my family was. I must say, you know, we weren't allowed to be seen together. Or in the same pub, you know, she'd be over there, I'll be over here, won't be sitting together. Trial and error, eh, bro, all the sour grapes and all that shit, eh? You know, none of that happens now. Which has changed, eh, bro?
Yeah.
And that's good change.
Yeah.
It was bad to fucking pass on. And that's probably due to having children than having more change due to having mokos. There was a thing where he asked me the first time I saw a patch or something like that, eh? Well, when he left, I remembered, bro, I was 10. I was 10 when I received the patch.
Wow.
When I received the patch, I was 10 years old. I got that off my cousin in Rotorua. This cousin, he was in a few gangs, and they state care sort of fella, and might have been getting the old electric shocks and all that sort of stuff. Some of that stuff he filtered down to us, as we were children, and sort of terrorised us a little bit. And that was my cousin who gave me this mongrel Bay of Plenty patch. I was 10 years old. I can't remember why he gave it to me.
Oh well, man, brother, it's been an absolute privilege to have this conversation with you.
Bro. Yeah, this town, brother, they support me.
Yeah, brother.
They support me, bro. These businesses around here, trust board, you know, the schools, they let me into their spaces to use resources and all that, brother. Whatever I can ask for.
Brother Nate.
My brother.
Man, thank you, my bro,
Too much, brother. No,
for the
thank you,
VIP
brother.
tour.
Yeah, no, too much. All
Anything else you want to add, brother?
Nah, more Opotiki. See how, that's all.
Veen, brother, veen.
All right, man, like I said, it's been an absolute privilege to be here in Opotiki with the cap and with the mongrel mob Opotiki here. It's an absolute honor and a privilege. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the vlog, just give it a like and subscribe. We will be back, and I'll be showing you guys more of the hoods around New Zealand and shedding some light in some of these dark places and showing that people can change and that there is hope. Much love. God bless.